Hello everybody and welcome to Advent Day 6. But today I don't know where my Advent calendar is, and my husband doesn't know where my Advent calendar is either. So let's just look at the image. The image today is snow. I don't think it's going to snow. My husband doesn't think it's going to snow either. So have you guessed? The work for today is don't and doesn't. So in the last video we looked at do and does, and now you're ready to look at don't and doesn't. And we'll be learning why don't is the negative of do, but it is the contraction of do not, and doesn't is the negative of does, but is the contraction of does not. And the important learning part of the lesson is how to make the contraction. Are you ready? Begin with I do not. I do like, I do not like. You do know, you do not know. We do think, we do not think. They do go, they do not go. First, think about do not, because we're going to look at how we make I don't from I do not. I do not. Add do to not, but you can't add it with all the letters. You've got to take letters from not. Which letter, because we're only going to take one, do you think we will take from not to make don't? Yes. Take away the O, and now you're left with I do NT. So you need an apostrophe between the N and the T, that purple mark, apostrophe. So now you're ready to put that together. I do N apostrophe T is pronounced don't. I don't. It's important to put that apostrophe to show the letter that's missing, and now you have a contraction. Two words pushed together, a letter taken out, apostrophe put in, I don't. Question. Do you like snow? I do like snow means yes. I do not like snow means no. And I don't is the contraction of I do not. So I don't like snow is the same as saying I do not like snow. I don't like snow means no. I don't. In your work, we looked at where are you confused? And this happens with the pronoun they. Think about they as being people. The people don't look happy. They don't look happy. Or an inanimate object, the keys. The keys don't look clean. They don't look clean. Or perhaps animals, the kittens. The kittens don't look, what word shall we use? The kittens don't look boisterous today. They don't look boisterous. So you're saying they but you're talking about person, inanimate object, or perhaps animals. Remember, do? We use do when you've got your singular subject or you're saying I, you, we, or they, and do is the action. So do not, don't is the opposite, no action. I, you, we, or they, same subjects. So they might be brothers, mothers, books, or something else. For the question, do you play in the snow? Yes, I do. No, I don't. And in English, we tend to say the contraction don't rather than do not. I don't. Do you remember that imperative section in do? So you can use do at the start of the sentence for an imperative. So you can use the negative form too. Don't do the washing up. I would say that if I had a dishwasher. Don't do your homework. I would say that if you were poorly or you didn't understand. Does not is never used to form this type of question, this type of sentence. You see, even I made that error there using the word question instead of sentence because these are statements. So does not do the washing up? Mm-mm. Does not do your homework? Mm-mm. Doesn't do the washing up? No, you have to say who. Jane doesn't do the washing up. Doesn't do her homework? No, you have to say who. Jane doesn't do her homework. I do. So, we use does for he, she, it, this, that, or name, like Jane. And does not is the negative form of does, so it's the opposite. Does not, doesn't is the contraction. Doesn't. And remember that don't is the contraction of do not, and this is the negative for do. So once you've remembered that, and you've remembered doesn't is the contraction of does not, which is the negative for does, you can start applying. So does, he, she, it, this, that, or Jane, like a name. So does not is the negative. Does he like snow? Does he not like snow? Does she like snow? Does she not like snow? Does it matter if it snows? Does it not matter if it snows? Does this amount of snow count? Does this not count? Does that amount of snow count? Does that not count? Does Jane think it's going to snow? Does Jane not think it's going to snow? And once you've thought of how to create does he and does not, you can think about the statements that you need to use. And here they are in the yellow boxes. He does not, she does not, it does not, this does not, that does not, and Jane does not, or somebody else's name. Yes. He does not. We're going to go through the same structure for creating contractions because this is how we contract words that we use. He does not. Push does and not together and take away the letter O. And then you have to put in an apostrophe. It's no longer he does not. We've got he does, N apostrophe T, and we pronounce that as doesn't. He doesn't. And doesn't is the contraction of does and not pushed together, the O taken away, and the apostrophe placed where the missing letter is. Well done if you work through that and knew that doesn't is the contraction of does not. Does he like snow? He does like snow means yes. He does not like snow means no. He doesn't is the contraction of he does not, so it means the same thing. He doesn't like snow. No, he doesn't. So let's recap the information that we need to remember. Are you ready? Do is used for I and you, we and they. Don't is the contraction of do not. Do not is the opposite or negative of do. For does is used for he, she, this, it, that, or name like Jane, and doesn't is the contraction of does not. Does not is the opposite or negative of does. Have you got that? Great, because now is your test. Have a paper and pen ready to test. Can you tell which word or words are missing? So number 1, I, then I need don't or doesn't, like chocolate. Please write don't or doesn't, the word that's missing. Number 2, she, don't or doesn't, think it is hot enough. Please write don't or doesn't, the word you think is missing from that sentence. Number 3, they doesn't like or don't like it much. Please write either doesn't like or don't like, the words you think are missing from that sentence. And for number 4, these doesn't look or don't look. Please write doesn't look or don't look, that's the words missing from that sentence. These doesn't look, don't look, very nice. Which words have you written down? Now, are you ready to check your answers? I asked you to just write down the missing words, but in the answers, I've put the missing words in the sentence. So check off, tick, the ones that you have correct. Ready? Here we go. I don't like chocolate. She doesn't think it is hot enough. And for the third one, you need don't like. They don't like it much. And for the fourth one, you should have written don't like as well. These don't look very nice. So the third one was don't like, and the fourth one was don't look. How did you do? Excellent. And